the first thing that I want to kind of talk to you about really quickly. This is something that has been in the making for a really long time, that has been on my heart, that I've been wanting to create. And what this will begin with is an absolutely brilliant and amazing community where you can come and delve deeper into all of these topics that we share in these workshops and webinars and things, and all of the different ways that we are deliberately creating lives of purpose and joy and freedom and success and prosperity and love and freedom. But the most amazing part is that I have also included a sacred circle of brilliant teachers who are specialists in astrology and Kabbalah and tarot of the spirit and all different kinds of gifts and talents, fellow channelers like myself. We have people who are musical and people who are gifted with yoga, with hypnotherapy, and just all kinds of beautiful gifts from beautiful, amazing, brilliant teachers will be available to you in this free community that is loosely called at this point the Happy and Free Spirit Academy. And the community is loosely called at this moment the Magic Garden. So possibly you are already inside this community and watching this video there. But if you're not, and you're watching this recording anywhere else, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, look around somewhere and you'll find a link where you can connect with this fabulous community and dive on into this sacred garden that is a place where you get to be seen and heard, and you get the absolute beautiful fertilizer of praise and admiration and magnification and recognition, where you get the water of unconditional love and so much knowledge and wisdom from generous hearted teachers who want to uplift you, that want to help you change your life in the way that you want to, and want to lift up the whole world and impact the world. So this is our space to shine and grow and learn together. So totally love to have you in there. All right, so on to today's subject: how to feel confident and fabulous in your body no matter what. Now, all of us, I believe, at one time, I would be very safe in saying that 95% of women in this moment are dissatisfied with something about their bodies. Maybe it's something truly important, like a disease or a condition that is affecting the quality of your life and affecting the longevity of your life, and might even be taking you in the direction of death. Or in many cases, we are just unsatisfied with the size and shape of our bodies, and we want to be more fit, we want to be thinner, we want to make all of these changes to our bodies. And I share this little graphic here, even though it embarrasses me, to demonstrate a couple of things. So this was taken exactly 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, exactly 7 years ago on 7/27. I was 119 pounds. And my spiritual awakening began in 2011. And yet, 5 years later, I'm still fixated on this number, on this scale. I have this relationship, I have this connection to my identity and my self-esteem that is all around this number, and all around how I'm fitting in my pants, and all around what this body looks like. So the one lesson in there is that I'm a very slow learner. And so while my spiritual awakening has been opening and opening and opening since 2011, 5 years into it, I was still in this place. Now, I felt like at this time that I had a good and loving relationship with my body, that I was enjoying very good health and feeling good in my body. And I felt like I was in great harmony with my body. But at this time, it was still easy for me to go, oh, I would like to slim down. So I'll make a few adjustments, painless adjustments to my diet. I'll make a few painless adjustments to my level of movement and the way that I'm, exercising and tending to my body. And I could very easily make changes to my weight and my size. And so this felt like a harmonious place. But not long after this was right before my 51st birthday. My birthday is on August the 4th. Pretty soon after this, I started to have changes in my body related to menopause, so that I wasn't able to just almost just change my mind and change my weight. And the shape of my body began to change in strange ways. And, hot flashes and sleepless nights and things like that, that suddenly I felt disconnected from my own body. And it was this that was the catalyst to go, you know what? This is what it means to have unconditional love for your body. This is what it means to be in true acceptance and love and respect and honoring your body no matter what is going on. And as this lesson began to sink in more and more and more, and then over the last year, I finally began to really feel into this place of, you know what, it's okay. I don't need to be any certain shape and size. I don't need to be anything beyond feeling amazing in my body, feeling healthy and vibrant and in love with every cell of this beautiful, miraculous vessel that I am living this life in. Every cell of your body has a consciousness. Every cell of your body is responding to the amount of love you give or withhold from it. Right. So I broke up with the scale 2 or 3 years ago. And in the last year, things have just been settling back to normal. It's like, this release of angst, this release of resistance. And while I am by no means the thinnest or the fittest I have ever been, I am the most confident and comfortable in my body that I have ever been. And if I never get any slimmer, if I never change my size in any way, form, or fashion, then it's absolutely okay with me. Now, do I have goals of being stronger? Yes, because I have many, many years ahead of me left to live. And I want a strong spine, and I want strong legs and arms, and I want to be agile enough to climb in and out of boats and to make my way up Machu Picchu and to do all of the wonderful adventures that are in store for me. But the way that I'm approaching this in these days is very, very different from the way I approached them prior to 2011. And that's what I want to teach you today. So, this is my very favorite graphic in the whole world. I don't know if I think you can probably see my cursor. I'm going to pretend like you can and use it. So, this is kind of like a metaphor for the way that we live our lives in many, many ways. So this could represent at the top of the pyramid, that this could represent levels of consciousness or vibration, where in the high, happy, connected place is this high vibration up here. And down here in the green section is represented by despair and depression and hopelessness. And we move our way up this scale into that maybe anger or dissatisfaction, and into acceptance and optimism, and here into, you know, a hopeful perspective and expectation of things being amazing, until we're up in this enlightened place where we know in our heart of hearts that from this viewpoint of this infinite being that can see forever in all directions, that everything is okay. And we move up and down among these levels of consciousness in our life. This is also sort of a representation of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where these bottom layers represent our basic physical mortal needs for food and shelter and safety and sex. And as we move up to this higher level, we get to self actualization or awakening or enlightenment, or this true feeling of being an immortal being in a human body. So, but what we're talking about today is the way to use this hard way, easy way analogy regarding your health, regarding your levels of fitness, your levels of confidence and feeling fabulous and amazing in your body. So, let's look first at the hard way. This is very often the way that we create in the world, that we get this idea of something that we want. Maybe it's a level of health and fitness or a shape and size that is dictated by the outside world. Throughout history, fashion and society and culture have made these decisions about what body type is beautiful, about what shape and size is beautiful. And so everyone that was happened to be born into that particular shape at that particular time in history was considered fashionable and beautiful, and everyone else was less than. And we have the power to make a choice to step outside of these standards and to decide for ourselves what it means to be beautiful, what it means to show up in exactly how the way you are in your physical body, and who you are in your heart and your spirit, and to let this be a no matter what kind of situation. All right. So we're going to get to there. So we make these decisions as to this goal that we are working towards regarding our health and fitness. And these principles apply to anything that you are wanting to create in your life: success in your business, success in your relationship, success in the way that you are conducting your life. And so we make these decisions from this outside place of what the world expects from us. And we make these plans, and we force ourselves into disciplined workouts, and we force ourselves into restrictive diets, and we force ourselves into painful and unnatural routines because this research says that it's healthier to sleep at this time, or this diet guru says that this is how you're supposed to eat, this fitness expert says this is how you are supposed to work out and how often you are supposed to work out. And so we absorb all of these, and we put our heads down, and we start working towards these, and we're going in about the hard way. And maybe we're making some success, but more than likely we're failing, and we're starting over, and we're doing things in a different way. And then we keep going, and we keep striving, and we keep struggling, and we notice that other areas of our life begin to suffer because we are so focused on this one way that we are climbing up to this goal that we have set for ourselves. And as we continue, doubts and fears begin to appear. We start to question, why was this so important to me in the first place? This is so hard. This is so unjoyful. And maybe you slip right back down to the beginning. You gain back all of the weight. You go back to the habits that weren't making you happy. Or maybe you are still succeeding, and you are getting there, and you're getting to that number on the scale, and you arrive at this level of success, and the happiness and fulfillment that you expected when you set this goal are just simply not there. You are still dissatisfied. You are still finding fault. You are still criticizing your body, right? This is the hard way. And I'm tired just by describing it to you, right? So everything that we want because we believe that it will make us happier. And the whole philosophy that I teach is that we should never postpone our happiness until some outside condition is met, even if that means it's a condition that is within your own body, because you have within your power to give unconditional love to this vessel that you're in. You have within your power to understand that you are an immortal being. You are a spiritual being having a human adventure. So there's a couple of really important points to make here, in that spirituality and religion are not the same thing. Religion involves other people. It involves doctrines. It involves ways of thinking. Spirituality is between you and your maker, you and your highest self, God, source, spirit, whatever you want to name the force that is beating your heart and growing your fingernails and moving your lungs, that is causing the grass to grow. This is what spirituality is. And it includes only you and your connection to all that is, right? So don't let your faith or your religion be challenged by this notion, because they can be completely separate. They can be integrated. These are the choices that you get to make as the deliberate creator of your life. So when you are embracing the full power and the full knowledge that you are a spiritual being, that you are one with God, that your body is infused with this magical life force that is meant to bring you all that you want and more, and to make this a beautiful and joyful and expansive experience on this planet, then this is the easy way of creating. And the other point to make in here is that if you consider that your human journey has a beginning the day that you're born and an ending the day that you die, and that it's a journey, it's an adventure. So just like a vacation has a beginning when you leave your house and you embark out on this beautiful adventure, and then it has an ending for when you arrive back home. Now, would you ever go, oh, well, the destination is here at home, so I'm just going to skip all of that and go right to the end? You wouldn't. It's about the journey, and you wouldn't arrive at your first destination on your journey and go, you know what, we're not going to have any fun in this phase of our journey. In this phase of our journey, we're just going to work hard, and we're going to do things to prepare for later on when we get to have fun. Right? You wouldn't do that. You're going to find ways to have joy and beauty and awesome, expansive experiences on every step of this journey. Now, does this mean that there won't be challenges, that there won't be twists and turns and unexpected things on this journey? Absolutely not. And would you be entertained by witnessing a journey that didn't have any challenges, that the hero didn't have anything to learn or overcome? You wouldn't. So look at your life in this grand and beautiful way, that every moment was meant to be joyful. So on your way to feeling fabulous and confident in your body, you're going to notice that these three things are the same three things that we talk about when we are reaching for any kind of goal. If you were in the Prosperity and Freedom Workshop last month, it's the same three things. The first is a strong connection to spirit, to understanding who you are and embracing and letting this unconditional love infuse every part of your being, and begin to create your life from this place of perfect knowing, of perfect connection, of being perfectly filled up and supported and resourced by a loving universe that always wants the best for you. And then from this place of such wisdom, such knowing, such just comfort and care and peace, begin to tend to your mindset. Begin to understand that you are the master of your perspective, and that you will see what you are looking for in this life. And so if you are looking at your body, looking for things to love and appreciate, looking for all of the trillions of ways that your body is functioning perfectly, looking for all the ways that your body is beautiful, just making lists of the things that you love about this amazing vessel that is carrying you through this human experience, then these are the things that this is the way that you will feel. This is the way that you will begin to attract, right? So, sorry, I'm being distracted by a little buzzing bee. It's okay. This is one of the challenges of being outside, where I love to be. All right. So you're having a great connection to spirit. You're having a masterful management of your mindset and your perspective. And you are having a vision that you are living into, right? This works for everything that you want to create on purpose in your life. So when it comes to your body, you're in a spiritual place. You are mindful of the way that you are perceiving things. And then you are in your heart discovering what your own desires are, discovering what it is that you want from this life, and how you and your body are collaborators. You're in harmony. You are in beautiful and perfect love and communication with one another all the time, according to the way you want your life to go. And this, again, is up to you. You don't need to be someone who wants to run 19 miles on the beach every day. You may be someone who wants to stroll for 15 minutes and bask in the sun. You get to decide the speed. You get to decide the level of activity that feels good to you and your body. And when you have accomplished these three things, you are deeply immersed in your spiritual connection, your understanding that you are one with God, you are one with all that is, and you are the master of your mindset, and you know the kind of life that you and your body want to live, then along comes inspiration down here and the ideas and opportunities and resources. And you will discover ways that you love to move your body that are for your immediate gratification and your immediate joy. So when you are dancing to music that you love, your body is benefiting in the future, yes, but it's also benefiting right now. Your mind and spirit and heart and body are all benefiting from joyful movement, and you get to decide what that is. Maybe a friend will come along and want to teach you qigong or tai chi or yoga or this new way of moving. There's a whole thing called embodiment that is just getting with music and letting your body be in that flow. There are infinite ways to incorporate joyful movement into your life, and this may indeed mean something like joining a gym. But joining a gym from a place of, I must do this amount of exercise every day, I must do this, I must do that, I must bear it and go through the pain of these activities in order to get somewhere that I can be happy, is a completely different way of coming at it than the easy way of, I'm going to have so much fun exploring different ways that I can strengthen my body with friends, with old friends, with new friends, in a new environment where I'm listening to music that uplifts me and I'm getting in touch with my body in ways that I have never been in touch with it before. That's a completely different inspiration for joining a gym than the motivation that comes from fear and lack and the need to get somewhere else. So do you understand how the hard way is striving and the easy way is flowing into, right? So in this easy flow, you discover that there are beautiful and amazing ways to feed your body that are delicious, that are nutritious, that make you feel good in the moment, right? That this universe has supplied everything that our bodies need and supplied it in a way that is pleasing to our bodies. Now, not every plant, not every animal, not every food that was ever created is pleasing to every human being on the planet. We all get to choose and feel our way into the ways of feeding our bodies that are in service of our unique body. Now, there is much wisdom, and I am a primal health coach, so I have beliefs around the healthiest ways to eat and the healthiest ways to move. But it's a very giant framework that is so spacious and has so much room to move and so much room for different options and different choices that you can make within this framework. And you get to find the framework for you that feels good to you, trusting in your body to give you signals and to let you know what it needs, what it wants, what it likes. So, in the easy way, you wind up in love and respect and harmony with this unique body and engaging in inspired action that feels amazing, right? So, to sum all of this up, the three ways of feeling fabulous and confident in your body, returning to your natural state of vibrant health. Health is natural, disease is unnatural, is to be embodied with spirit, to be the master of your mindset, to choose your perspective, and to be in harmony with the vision that you are creating for your life according to your heart's desires and unattached to the expectations or limitations of anything outside of yourself. And then moving into inspired action, right? So the difference between inspiration and motivation, I love that idea, right? And the idea of choosing to be happy first and allowing all of the other things to fall into line behind that. All right, so that's our training, that's our lesson, that's our program for today. And again, wherever you are watching this, if you are already in the Happy and Free Spirit Academy community, the magical garden container that we are creating together, I share your comments, share your love, share your questions, give yourself the opportunity to benefit from me and from all of the other amazing spiritual teachers that are in this community. If you're watching this somewhere else on YouTube, on Facebook or social media or somewhere else, look around and there will be a link somewhere to be able to join this beautiful community. And also be sure to subscribe and like and love and share and do your part to share these magical messages with those who you feel will be aligned with them, those who you feel will be uplifted and supported and cherished by these messages. So I love you. We're going to open up everything to questions and answers now. Going to